Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy. Today, I promised you that we were going to do this class. I've done it a whole bunch of times on my own. So 500 crunches. We're not just going to lie on our backs the whole time. First of all, we're going to do a little bit of warming up for the spine as always, but we're going to do a little bit of chi work. So if you've never done energy or chi, I'm sure you've seen people like doing it on the beach, like when I was in Florida, right? And they're just kind of moving their bodies around. So there's a way to move the energy through the body. Sometimes you feel stuck. Maybe it's in your root chakra or your solar plexus, which is like your pleasure, or maybe you just overall feel a little bit off. So we're going to just start standing, okay? And we're just going to, right, move the energy around our body. Take your fingers and we're just going to place them onto the ribs. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to tap. But you have to make sure that you're breathing in and breathing out. Whether it's in through your nose and out through your mouth, you have to make sure that you're breathing the entire time. So we're just going up and down the ribs, right, moving the energy there. And each body part has a different area of the body. We won't really get into that. Just know that you're moving all this energy around. And then from there, you're just gonna wipe it off. So just like wiping off anything that's negative that's in your body, even on your back, right? And then we're just gonna come up a little bit to our collarbone and just kind of work your way all the way up and down your collarbone. And you should feel a little tingling when we're done, especially when we get to the crown of our head. Just moving the energy around. We hold a lot of sadness and grief in our lungs from childhood. I talk about it all the time. But I don't want you to think too much about this, right? So no expectations. Just kind of doing and moving the energy. Even kind of go to the nape of your neck a little bit. Good, and then just wipe it off. So wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe it off. We're gonna go right to the cheekbones and then we're just gonna go all the way up and down the cheekbones. Right, you can even go down to the chin a little bit, moving that chi up by the temples, by your nose, just on your face a little bit, but mainly on your cheekbones. Make sure that you're breathing in and out of the nose. I know I'm not doing that because I'm speaking, but in and out. Whether it's in through your nose, out through your mouth, the breath is super important. That's how we naturally filtrate. So the body's natural filtration system is through the nose. So making sure that we're filtering it out and then just wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe it off, wipe off your face, wipe off your throat. Beautiful. And then we're going to go to the forehead. Don't worry, we're going to get into that 500 crunches. You're going to feel really energized after. Go to the forehead, up and down the forehead, by your temples. So we're grounding down into the earth. This is a great thing to do on the grass or in the sand, right? Because then you're really grounded. And we need to take time to ground ourselves, to just be present for ourselves. And then wipe it off and then go to the crown of your head. And I want you to really focus on bringing it all the way up and down, right? Your skull and all areas of your skull. Maybe your hands are getting a little tired. Mine are, I know, right? And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna wipe it off, keep breathing. And now you're just going to like wipe off your entire body. So all the way down by your legs, down by your glutes, and you're just wiping it off, right? And a lot of times I have a Reiki instructor that like does Reiki on me, and he does this. He can tell when I'm kind of feeling off. So it's really cool to have somebody close to you that could do this. And then just kind of shake it out. Look a little silly, who cares? Let's begin. So let's start on our backs. Actually, let's start seated for a moment. So I invite you to just close your eyes. We're gonna take a few rounds of hip circles, but just pause for a moment. Really notice how that made you feel. Do you feel a little bit more energized? Do that a few times throughout your day. Even go outside, like we said. Put your feet in the grass, ground yourself down, place your palms onto your knees. So we're gonna feel really grounded before we start our 500 crunch challenge. I'm just gonna count, you guys are gonna follow along. Good. Bring your chin down towards your chest. Set your intention for your practice today. Please let me get through this. Say a little prayer if you need to. A word, I am strong. Bring your chin all the way over to the right shoulder and then let your head fall back. That Jolly Rancher's kicking in. Inhale through center. Oh, I have this addiction to Jolly Ranchers. And exhale over to the left, taking some circles. You can even let the skull fall back, taking some big circles in one direction and then in the other direction. Even though this is a core class, we hold a lot of tension, especially if you have to look at your screen, right, in the head, neck, and shoulders. And then float the head above, open your eyes. We're gonna take some trunk rolls. So moving the spine in a circumference, it's gonna warm up that belly. So we're just gonna take a big circle, exhale through center, inhale. And it's okay if you close your eyes once again. Just really finding that connection to your breath, audible, rhythmic breath. So like I said in the beginning of our practice, let's move in the opposite direction. So inhale back and exhale through center. Just having no expectations, no disappointments, all the way around. Bring your chin to your chest, just moving the spine. And then just come back to neutral. We're gonna roll ourselves all the way down onto the ground. Bring your knees into your chest. So we're gonna start, right, with these kind of Pilates movement. Make sure that your whole spine is imprinted on the earth, and then lift your shoulders up off of the earth. We're gonna bring the right knee into your chest and then extend the left leg, right? So we're gonna go for 50, and we're just gonna switch. So each side is gonna count as one. So we're gonna go 50, 49, 7, 4, 43, 42, 41, 40. Good. 2, 9, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. We're moving, we're still 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going for 50 more. Yes, 50. 37, 36, 5. This is a good one to start with. Just move, don't worry about counting. I'm doing that for you. 30. Just keep breathing in and out of your nose. 19, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees into your chest. Open your arms up like a T. So I'm just kind of making this stuff up as I go, right? So that everything's not going to completely be crunches. Hands behind your head, and then right, the opposite hand on the bottom, so the non-dominant leg. Now you can stay with your legs lifted, or you can release the feet down onto the ground, and we're just going to do 50. 49. So we're at 100. Keep going. So your legs can be up. We're just resting the head. 37. We got this. Don't give up. 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28. Wherever you are with those legs, keep breathing. 24. We're not pulling on the neck. 26. We have 20 to go. We're almost there. 18, 17, 15, 14, 13. You've got this. Think of all the exciting things, how you're gonna feel tomorrow. 7, you might not be able to sit down on the toilet. 4, 3, 2, let's hold and pulse for 20. All the way up. 10, 9, I may have miscounted. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's release the feet down onto the ground. Palms by your side. Let's lift the hips up just for a moment. Good. We did those 25 pulses. So we're at 150, 175. Hands onto the tops of your feet. And we're going to take those crunches, but reach for the top of the knee. We're going to go for 50. Good. 3, 4. If you need to take the hands behind the head, God, just keep moving. Don't worry about 9, 7, 46. Oh, not 46, 36. Good. 3, 29, 28, 27. Keep pressing the low back down. 6, 5, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Keep breathing. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. All the way down. 9, 8. Hands behind the head if it's getting too much. 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go with those 25 pulses. 25. God, keep going. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. We're at 200. That's not so bad. Good. We're going to take bicycles. We're going to go for 100 bicycle, guys. Hands behind the head. Okay. And then we're just going to move around on the mat a little bit more. Take your knees into your chest. So each side is going to be 1, 2. So here we go. 5, 6, 7. 30. 40. All right, 50. 10. 20. 30. We're almost there. 40. 50. Good. Lower it all the way down. Woo! Open up your arms. Take your knees over to the left just for a moment. Take a gentle little twist. So I'm going to try to do as minimal breaks as possible. Back to center, over to the right. Just take a gentle twist. So we're at 300, guys. Come back to center. Let's take a rock and roll. Let's rock and tap. Let's take 3 rocks. Give that spine some loving all the way back. Tap. Let's take boat pose. So we're going to take our boat. We're going to move through some boat pose. Spiral the pinkies in towards each other. So boat here. And your hands can be by your side. Right, so at 300, we have 200 to go. That was so easy, guys, right? And then we're just gonna take some movements. We're gonna do 50 Ardha to Navasana. So half boat, in. Awkward space between your tailbone and your sit bones. You need to stop, you can stop. 40. Keep breathing. Good. 30. My counting might be off a little bit. You've got this. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. You're almost there. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 350. Relax your feet down onto the ground. Place your palms down and then shift your shoulders over your wrist. Lift your hips up, taking a reverse tabletop position. You can always extend those legs. Good. So from here, we're just going to bring the knee into the chest, bring it in, and we're going to do 50. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do this with your bum on the ground. 9, 10. You got this. 12, 13. Hug the navel in. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have 30 to go. 29, 28, 27. I'm sweating. 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. You're almost there. 11, 10. Your arms are on fire. 8. Keep lifting the hips. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips down. Cross out your shins or your ankles. Shake it out. And now we're just going to come into our plank position. So let's step into plank. Find your plank here. Hold for a moment. So yes, we're going to, we have 100 more to go. All right, so we're gonna do 50 with the right leg. Actually, we're gonna do 25 and 25. So let's do 25 to the right, 24, 23, just from side to side. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take it into downward facing dog. So that's 75 to go. Pedal it out, pedal it out, pedal it out. I told you it wasn't going to take us that long, guys, but we're going to work through a little flow, I promise. Let's shift back to plank. Beautiful. Stay here. Protract your shoulders. Let's do that again. So we're going to do 25. We'll start with the left leg. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 18, 16. Keep breathing. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop to your knees. Hopefully I didn't mess up on the counting. So I never did it where I had to count myself. All right, here we go. Let's take a few rounds of cat-cow. Remember that spine is super important. Inhale, protract your shoulders, drop your belly, arch your spine, which I feel really good right now. Exhale, round and curl, chin to chest. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale, carve out your chest and exhale. Remember, this is just your vessel. We're just navigating through these postures 1 breath at a time. Just remembering to really focus on the simple things. Beautiful. Let's take bird dog. So left arm reaches forward, right foot back. We're gonna go 25 of these, guys. Right, we're almost there. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. 25, 24, you got it. 23, 22, 21. Ooh, you can curl the back toes. 19, 18, moving a little more quickly. 16, 15, we're almost there. 14, 13, 12, come on, 11, don't give up now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it in the center, extend and lengthen, limbs in opposite directions. Let's come into tiger pose. We're gonna take this standing in a moment. Grab a hold of that back foot with the left palm. Try not to collapse into your right shoulder. Spread the fingers and then kick the heel away from the glute. So a lot of times I'll see this, right, gazing over the left shoulder. Try not to do that. Try to lift your chin and then really start to kick the heel away so everything is neutral. We're finding this nice, beautiful arch in our spine. We're just breathing in through the nose and out. And then slowly release. Release the right foot down to the ground, curl the toes. Let's come into downward facing dog for a moment. Paddle out your feet, bringing movement into the body. And then plank pose. Ripple yourself forward into your plank. Be mindful of where your hips are and then where your shoulders are speaking to you. There's always some sort of narrative happening. And then drop your knees. Drop your belly, arch your spine, uncurl those toes or keep them curled under. Exhale, round and curl. Just 2 more like that. Make sure your hips are right above your knees. You pull that tailbone really up towards the sky, and now you pull the tailbone down magnetically. And then come back to center, come back to that neutral spine. We're going right into the other side. This is it. I hope that I'm correct with this 500, but I believe that I am. Right arm extends. We have 25 to go. Extend that left foot. Inhale, exhale. 25. You've got this. 24. Let's open up the hips a little bit too. 23, 22, 21, 19, 18, 17. Beautiful. Lots of energy. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have 5 more to go. 4, 3, always gazing up slightly forward. 2, and 1. Hug it into the midline. Extend and lengthen. Take a deep inhale breath. And exhale, take that tiger pose on the other side. Grab a hold of the top of the foot. Kick the heel away. Anchor the left palm. Direct the breath wherever you need to. We've awakened this body. We did it. Shoulders are squared, hips are neutral. Come back through center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tabletop position. Curl your toes from here, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Let's do a few rounds of Surrey Bee. So walk the feet all the way up to the top of your space. A little space between your toes and your heels. Bend your knees, close the gap. Grab opposite elbows, hang in your Uttanasana, your forward fold. And take a half lift, right? Keep your hands exactly where they are. So we've got this grip, and then roll yourself up, pull the elbows above, so floating the head above the shoulders, and then the elbows are gonna pull up. Deep inhale, breath. And now let's just tilt over to the right as you press the hips away, gazing underneath the left arm, guiding the elbows away from the midline. Feeling a nice lateral flexion, come back through center. Take a deep inhale, breath, readjust your palms, and then tilting over to the left as you gaze underneath the right. It seems a little bit more challenging than it really is. Sometimes we don't know our true potential because we feel these blockages in the body. It's important for us to move the chin down, inhale to center, and arms by your side. So Surya B starts with chair pose. So let's reach the arms, spiral the pinkies in towards each other, sink the hips down, heavy onto the heels. We're gonna be here for just a hot second, and somebody always tries to go down the one way. And that's what just happened just now. So even if the world is a rocking and rolling, there's a stillness in your presence, everyone. Root down, rise up, reach your arms down by your side, interlace your fingers, take your palms back, just take a nice back bend. And then let's meet back in that Utkatasana chair pose. Arms rise, fold it all the way through, close off the gap. Inhale to a flat back. On your exhale, plant your hands. Let's step into our plank position. Yes, we were here before. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, make sure the eyes of the elbows are in towards each other. Drop to your knees, lower to your chest and your chin. Allow the belly to rest gently on the mat as you peel yourself up, chin, chest, belly. Lift your head, drop your head back just a little bit. And then curl your toes. Guide the hips slowly up towards the sky. Take downward facing dog. Inhale, extend and lengthen the right leg. Bend your knee and stack your hip. Bring your knee into your nose. Gently step your right foot to your right thumb. Ground through your back heel, 45 degrees. Rise up to warrior one. We're gonna be here for 5 breaths. Adjustments, straighten the right leg, pull the left hip forward, or toe heel the right leg to the top of your space to get a little bit more depth. 5 is a pretty long number because it's in for 3 and out for 3. Spiral your pinkies in towards each other, or maybe taking a nice beautiful back bend, pulling the elbows away. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, frame out the right foot, pivot onto the back toe. Let's step into downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, drop to your knees, chest, chin, lower your belly onto the earth, peel yourself up. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Curl your toes, guide your hips up towards the sky, take a downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the left leg to the sky. Bend your knee, stack your hip, and then slowly bring your knee to your nose, stepping your left foot to your left thumb. Ground through your back heel. Rise up to make your adjustments. So if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, toe heel that front leg to the top of your space. 5 breaths. Option of taking a beautiful back bend. Or maybe you feel you have a little pressure in your back and you want to lean forward, taking the back bend out of the equation. Inhale. Exhale, frame the foot, pivot onto the back toe, step into your downward facing dog. Ripple forward, take a deep breath. Exhale, working through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Pull your heart all the way up and through. Dropping everything inward for a moment, and then exhale, roll over those toes. Guide your hips up to downward facing dog. And then from your down dog, come high onto the ball mounds of your feet. Bend your knee, press your belly to your thighs. Step, hop, or float to the top of your space. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. Bend your knees, reach your arms all the way up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. And then sink your hips onto your, or over your heels into Utkatasana. So this is your chair pose. So just imagine that you were in a porta potty. I have a very good friend who words this so cute, right? You were trying to, right, sit on a porta potty. Your purse is over the door. You're trying to make sure no one walks in. You're hovering, root down, rise up, arms by your side, mountain pose. Utkatasana chair pose. She says it so much better. And then fold it all the way through. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. If you'd like to just step back into your plank, beautiful. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, Surya B. Inhale, heart moves all the way up and through. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. We'll start with the left leg. Inhale, extend and lengthen, bend your knee. Exhale, knee to nose, step your left foot to your left thumb. Ground through your back heel, rise up to warrior one. Spiral your pinkies in towards each other. Option of taking humble warrior, so interlace your fingers, just like we did in the beginning of our practice, our chair pose. Palms connect, open the heart, and then exhale with the hips nice and neutral. We want to fold forward. So palms come overhead. Now you can either gently, bring the head inside of that left foot, or just rest your left shoulder on your left knee, making sure that you're still pulling that right hip forward and the left hip back. Humble warrior for 5 breaths. Really feel the depth of your exhalation as you go a little bit deeper. This is a great time to have a strap or a towel or a scarf, right? So, or you can just keep that connection and bend your elbows. Release the palms by your sacrum, rise up to your warrior one. Let's bring our hands into prayer position. So we're going to take a twist. I knew that we were going to twist all this out, but I want to take this revolving warrior one. A little bit more challenging, but you guys can do it. You just did 500 crunches. Hands in prayer position. Shift your belly over your thigh. Take your right elbow outside of the left thigh. Keep that grounding feeling, or that grounding in that back foot. Awesome. If you need to pivot onto the back toes, do so, right? If it's not accessible to you, everything that kind of comes up for us in our yoga practice is situational. Maybe yesterday you felt a little bit more awake and alive. Today, not so much. Let's release the hands to frame the foot. We're gonna walk all 10 toes towards the right side of your space. Make any adjustments that you need, heel alignment, and then take your kind of forward fold at the back, or sorry, at the right side of your mat. Shake it out if you need to. Just breathing, letting it all go. So this always reminds me when I was a little kid and the ice cream man would come and I had my piggy bank and that last little bit of change wouldn't come out. Shake it out. Right? Allow the breath, the momentum of your breath dissolve this tension, that blockage. Coming back all the way, framing out the left foot. From here, walk the left foot over to the left side of your mat. Drop your knee, top of your foot. Come all the way down onto your forearms into lizard pose. And another option, rotate on the knife edge of your left foot. Take the left hand right to that inner thigh, and then maybe you just open your heart towards the sky. Just a quick little hip opener, glute release. This is where we hold a lot. It's our hidden survival muscle. We hold things that are from so long ago that it's not even funny. So let's let that stuff go right now. Together, let's take a deep breath. Open your mouth. Let's come back through center. If you look that, palms come underneath your shoulders, curl the back toe. We're gonna kick it back into a 3-legged dog just to shake it out. And then if you would like to flip your dog, beautiful, right? You can rotate and flip your dog, or maybe just stay with the left foot stacked, bend your knee. If you flipped your dog, let's meet back into a 3-legged dog, extend that left leg, and then release it down into downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Heart pulls all the way up and through. I encourage you to go a little bit deeper. And then exhale, roll over those toes, downward facing dog. Let the head fall at the bottom of the breath. Feel that low belly tugging into the ribs, in and up. All right, so we want to close off that space just a little bit. Let's extend that right leg to the sky. Bend your knees, back your hip. Knee to nose. Gently step your right foot to your right thumb. Ground down through that back heel. Rise up. So if you know that you want to go a little bit deeper, toe heel the front leg to the top of your space. So we make this simple, easy flow. This is very traditional. I mean, just make it a little more complex. Sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Stay here or interlace your fingers, palms down by your sacrum as you pull your heart through, and then fold into humble warrior. So the depth of this pose does not define you. It never will, it never does. So let go of any expectations. How you feel this is supposed to look, and just tune into how it feels. And in this moment, thinking of what you're super grateful for. Maybe it's your physical suit. Last full round of breath. Release the palms down by your sacrum. Rise back up to your warrior one. Hands in prayer position. Shift your belly over your thigh. Take your left elbow outside of the right thigh. Palms together, firm up. Gaze up and over the right shoulder. That exhalation always gets that twist a little bit deeper. So really focus on that exhalation, getting all that stale breath and energy out of the body. We have this innate ability to be able to do this on our own. We don't need to look for it elsewhere. It's within us. Let's release the hands to frame out the foot. And we're gonna walk all 10 toes towards the left side of your space. Make those adjustments with the feet, hang heavy, maybe taking it into a wide down dog. This might feel really good. Just press your hips back over the heels and let it go, shake it out. Once again, we have the ability to heal when we hold on to even the subtle breath, we suffocate. So why do we hold on to things so much? All right, here we go. Half lift. Let's take a reset of the spine. Fold it all the way through. Frame out that right foot, pivot onto the back toe, and then shimmy the right foot all the way over to the right. And once again, remember not to just drop down. We want to shimmy the back foot back as well, and then drop your knee, top of your foot, direct the breath, hands down onto the earth. You can take that external rotation. You took it on the other side, just make sure that your heart is really beaming up towards the sky. And your shoulders rotating down and back and away. Awesome job today. So we took it into a little bit of a flow. And let's come back to center. Release the right hand down to the ground. Press into the palms so the palms are under your shoulders. Curl the toe, lift the knee. Three-legged dog, bend your knee, stack your hip once again, and option of taking the flip dog. So this is wild thing. Usually after pigeon, we take this pose. Keep lifting the hips all the way up towards the sky. And then slowly take it back into three-legged dog. And release the right foot down. Let's take that vinyasa. Inhale, ripple forward. Here we go. Exhale, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Pull your heart all the way up and through, and then downward facing dog. Let's come into plank position and come onto our forearms for a moment. Find that forearm plank. We're gonna take a few hip dips. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit more core. Press into the elbows, and we're just gonna dip from side to side. So we're just gonna go from left to right, trying to get as low to the ground as you can. And we'll take a little stretch. I actually haven't done in a while, but we're gonna do it. And I just thought of it as we are taking these hip dips. Breathe, don't forget to breathe. And we're gonna take one balancer pose from side to side. And then let's come back to center, drop your hips down to the ground, uncurl your toes. We're going to place the right ear or right cheek. We're gonna roll over to the knife edge or the right hip. So we're on that right hip, okay? Bring the knee into your chest, reach from the inside, grab a hold of your big toe with your peace finger, and then extend and lengthen that left leg. Now you're gonna feel wobbly. That's where that core contraction comes in. Beautiful. Let's lift up a little bit higher. We're almost there. We're gonna take a balancer. I wasn't sure how long this class was gonna be because I wasn't positive how long the 500 crunches took. And then slowly lower down to the ground. Come back through center. So forearms on the ground, curl your toes, lift your hips. You guys got this, don't give up now. Rainbow from shoulder to shoulder. So always think about doming that upper back, not the thoracic spine, just right up through that top shoulders. And then let's take those hip dips just to bring a little bit of movement in. From side to side, great job. Firm up those elbows. And come back to neutral, stay here. Relax the hips down to the ground, uncurl the toes. Take your left hand into the left, right side, whether it's your temple, bend the right knee, reach for that big toe, and then extend and lengthen. A little wobbly, firm up the low back, or sorry, firm up the low core. And we're just trying to get this nice little straddle or split action. And one more deep inhale and exhale, and then release it all the way down. Come back, forearms on the ground. Right, from here, curl the toes, lift the hips, walk the toes close to the elbows in dolphin, and then drop your knees down. Come into tabletop position, just to transition, so it's not awkward for the shoulders, downward facing dog. Come high onto the balls of your feet, bend your knees, gaze forward, step, hop or float. Half lift, reset, Ardha, and then exhale. Encourage yourself to just keep going for this last and final arms by your side. We're gonna take that tiger pose that we just talked about, which is dancer, and we're just gonna take it right into our balancer. So we need to work on balance. Think immediately of where you need balance in your life. Let's start with the left side. Grab a hold of either the big toe edge if you have, right, that rotation of your shoulder. Right arm extends, and then on your inhale breath, kick and reach. Kicking the heel away from the glute, grounding through all four corners of that right foot, Najarasana, dancer pose, tiger pose. Here we go, keep extending and lengthening. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your left knee into your chest. Let's take a figure 4 chair for a moment, just to release any tension in the hip. And then mountain pose, arms by your side. We'll go right into the other side. So nothing fancy. We're just going right in. Left arm reaches up. Pick a position with your hand. Always my left side, guys. It's always my left side. Here we go. Maybe because I tell myself that. No, I'm balanced equally on both sides. Inhale, kick and reach. And here we go. Find your breath once again. This is your existence. This is your blueprint. So I heard this quote the other day. How do you keep your priorities when life wrecks your schedule? Because there's a higher being that really is control. Whatever that is for you. Let's come back to center, or let's stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sorry. Come back, figure 4 chair. Get low, all four corners of that left foot, and then let's take mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, gather your hands at your heart, and then bow down. Let's take a seat on our bums, roll yourself all the way down onto the ground, bring your knees into your chest. Beautiful. Let's take a quick little happy baby pose, or half happy baby. Reach from the inside, grab a hold of the pinky edges of your feet. I feel like this is calling to us. And if you'd like to go into a little more of a reclining frog, then flare the toes out towards the sides. Just finding that inhalation and exhalation deep within us, dissolving any tension that you may still be holding on to. So deep within us, we don't even know what it is. Good. And then slowly bring the knees back into the chest. Take the knees over to the left, open your arm up like a wing, or maybe even taking eagle wrap. You guys, that was fun. I hope I counted correctly and I wasn't messing us all up. We should do it with squats. I think that we should do that with 20, like, or 500 squats and lunges. Let's come back to center. Bring your knees into your chest. I think that'd be really fun. And let's take it over to the right. Close your eyes. Settle into the shape of your body right now. And maybe you're not exactly where you want to be. Be grateful that you're not where you were. Every day is about growth, progression, not perfection. Come back to center. But let's just windshield wipe the feet or the knees from side to side to release the low back. And then we're going to take one last little tiny back release because we didn't really do any back bends. Release the soles of the feet. Take your bridge pose. Lift the hips up. Right away, feel that sweet spot in the small back. You can interlace your fingers, making a little shelf for your heart. So right shoulder underneath, left shoulder. And stay here just for a moment. This is it. We've come to the end of our practice. Thank yourself for showing up. Lower down and then knees into chest. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a beautiful, big, giant hug. And then release the feet. Open them up to the outer edges of your mat. Comfortable place to rest, conscious resting pose. Savasana. Palms can open wide in a receiving manner. Your mind and your body are in perfect health. Continue to repeat. My mind and my body are in perfect health. So I was listening to a meditation the other day, and this one meditation I love. His voice is just amazing. And he used the word shalom. And shalom is Hebrew, but we all have different names for it, and it's just peace. And aren't we all just searching for a little bit of peace? In Sanskrit, it's shanti, so peace. So however we say it, keep this peaceful surge of energy moving. And although it wasn't a grounding, really earthy flow, it was very moving and fluid. This is the time for you to ground down. Stay here for as long as you can. They say at least 10 minutes in Savasana. Obviously, we don't have that to just lie, but I think that you should try it. Give yourself at least a little bit of time to quiet your mind. Notice if you're harboring anything in the belly, the chest, or the lungs. As we let go of our breath, as if we were being breathed ourselves. Just thank yourself. Thank you for showing up. Hands in prayer. Namaste. Thank you so much. And just stay for as long as you need to stay. Gift yourself. Thank you so much, guys. Namaste.